What's the difference between pure existence and time-bound existence?
We talk about many things. We say things exist. This microphone exists. This this world around us exists. We say, but all that is the existence of particular things. But pure existence is not the existence of anything. It is existence itself. So what all things share in common is existence. However, not everything that seems to exist actually exists. What actually exists is only the pure existence. The things that seem to exist, like this person I seem to be, these objects around me, all the objects of the world, the thoughts in the mind, all these things, though they seem to exist, they do not actually exist. There's a whole philosophy about this, that this is one of the most important ideas in Advaita philosophy. Actually, it's in Vedanta in general. There's a very nice principle that Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, in verse 16 of chapter 2, that is the context of that chapter. Arjuna is having second thoughts about how he can enter this battle, because on the other side of siding with his opponents, there's his grandfather, his guru, that is Dronacharya, who taught him archery, and there's so many respected elders and relatives on the other side. So how can I fight? Though this is a just battle, how can I fight against these people? How can I fight? Because when you fight, you have to fight to kill. So Krishna's, in the context of assuring him that, well, there's many things Krishna says there, but he says, those who are to be slain, they're already slain by me. That no one can go on forever. So, and everyone has, when the time comes for death, death will come. With nothing we can do to prevent that, whether our death is in a war or in a from disease or from an accident or whatever, or just a heart attack. We're going to die one day. So, and Krishna says, those who are to be killed are already killed by me. That means it's already decided who should live and who should die. But you, as a Kshatriya, as a warrior, you have a duty to fight. So in this context, Krishna also talks about that this death is only for the body. It's not for what we actually are. So the death of the body, he says, it's just like changing a shirt. When a shirt gets worn out, we discard the old shirt and wear a new shirt. Likewise with this body, when the body has served its purpose, we take a new body. Such is the nature of this embodied existence. So in that context, when he's talking about that, Krishna says a very nice principle in verse 16. He says, there is no existence of what does not exist, and there is no non-existence of what does exist. That has, if we think about it carefully, that has extremely profound implications. When he said there's no existence of what does not exist, it means that if something doesn't exist now, it cannot come into existence in the future. It cannot have existed in the past. And when he said there's no non-existence for what exists, that means what actually exists must always exist. So Bhagavan often used to refer to this principle. That verse, incidentally, is one of the verses that Bhagavan translated, one of the 42 verses that Bhagavan translated in Bhagavad Gita Saram, the essence of the Bhagavad Gita. But this principle is one that Bhagavan often used to say. He often used to say, if something exists at one time and not at another time, it doesn't actually exist even when it seems to exist.